So back in 2016, Apple went ahead and kind of changed up their entire iPhone lineup once again. They went ahead and dropped the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. They removed the headphone jack on those iPhones. But that same exact year, Apple actually went ahead and dropped another iPhone. And it was earlier on, around that springtime, and it was the first generation iPhone SE. And in my whole entire life, I don't think I've ever seen a phone that Apple has dropped that was universally praised pretty much in every single way. Of course, there were some things wrong with it, had too much of a small battery, whatever. But in my personal experience, from owning that phone probably from around 2017 or 2018 up until this day and age, it is insane how good of a phone that was, how good of a deal that was, and how it completely fulfilled a need and how it basically did it perfectly. So the thing you have to remember was that at this moment, the last small iPhone Apple had made was basically the iPhone 5S in 2013. Since then, every single iPhone was a 4.7-inch or above display, so every iPhone was pretty much like a big, massive iPhone for that, or big, massive phone for that moment. However, if you kind of fast forward to 2016, Apple went ahead after 2 generations of basically missing a small iPhone. Apple went ahead and not only created a smaller iPhone, basically reincarnating the iPhone 5S body, but they kept the headphone jack, which was removed later that year. They kept basically the same type of camera that was on the iPhone 6S during that moment, which was also another really big asset. But the biggest thing that I think Apple did here was that they kept it at a very cheap price tag. Now, it was still kind of expensive, I'm not going to lie, but you were getting a good priced iPhone. I think that's basically the best way to put it. So at that moment, you have to remember that with a phone like the iPhone SE first gen, this was an iPhone that pretty much had the same internals as the main flagship at that moment, and even then so, it kind of performed a little bit better than the iPhone 6S and iPhone 6S Plus. But I think the biggest reason why people like this phone so much was because of that size. People love the size, and that's why I think in this day and age, Apple can continue learning from it. As long as they make a small iPhone most of the time, majority of people will, get that, itch scratched, and they'll be perfectly fine there. But the other thing that's super insane with the first generation iPhone SE was that Apple was able to go ahead and sell this thing for a few years after, until the iPhone SE 2020 came out. But another big thing was that after installing iOS 12, 13, 14, and iOS 15 on this iPhone, I was shocked to see that device actually was an overall better performing device than the iPhone 6S and iPhone 6S Plus. I was getting better battery life, better performance, and way less issues and way more stability from an iPhone SE first gen than an iPhone 6S and iPhone 6S Plus, and the SE was supposed to be a cheaper version of that phone. So it's insane how much I love the iPhone SE, and sometimes I wish this iPhone was still kind of supported, because it honestly probably would still be a very solid iPhone. Maybe, let me ask this question: if Apple were to recycle the iPhone SE first gen with newer internals and kept it at maybe $250, would you actually buy it? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.